Well, good morning, adventurers. It's the 25th of July 2023, and for a change I'm making an introduction to video. Craig and I have come to Hetton Lyons Country Park, Stevenson Lake. He just threw a bit of bread in. We've been, there's a barrage of baby duck came across, so we'll not be throwing much bread in today, I don't think. We're going to be float fishing for whatever comes along. Apparently there's perch, bream, carp, tench, rudd, crucians, all kinds in here. I've been advised to fish near the lily pads, which I would have done anyway. There's not a lot of movement on the water apart from the ducks. A couple of guys fishing at the other side there. But it's a nice day at the minute, but it's forecast thunder and lightning at 2 o'clock this afternoon, which is just what you want when you're waving a carbon fibre rod about in the middle of a field. But keep you posted, see how we'll go on, see what takes the corn, or the bread, or the worms. Well, this is doing my head in. You cannot put any bait in or anything, or this whole flock of baby ducks comes hurtling across the lake. I've had one bite on corn up to now, but that's all. But I'm trying to loose feed a bit of corn, and the whole lot of them come flying across the lake as soon as they hear it splash in the water. Murder. I suppose we could always play hook a duck. That might get rid of them. Craig's tried every bait, so he's just put a bit of pork pie on. Was it the crust or the meat?
It was the meat. You see the pork pie in its mouth still?
Nice little roach.
There you go, look, there's the pork pie.
Yeah, bit of pork pie still in its mouth. Yeah, well, I brought worms, bread and corn, but I didn't bring any pork pies, so maybe that's what the problem is. Although I'm getting good bites on a worm, so I'm still confident of getting something. Second fish of the day to me. Oh my god. A tiny little perch. I might have known putting a worm on. And he's got it right down his throat. Second fish is on. Slightly bigger than the first one, but only not very much. It's a rudd. It's a bonny little rudd, isn't it? Oh, got me worm back as well. Beautiful, that. Lovely jubbly. 2 species. Oh, it's a bream, I think. I think it's a big bream. Not sure what it is, but it's definitely a lot bigger than the last one. Oh, it might be a tench. Is it a tench? Bream. Ah, it's a bream. Oh, big bream.
That's nice. Nice to see a better fish.
Took it on the drop. On the drop with a worm. Slimy, horrible things. Well, he said he was getting some nice bream.
Yeah, it's a good size, that.
It is. I need the...
Front your neck. Are you Matt, sorry?
Ah, have you got it there just so I can... Oh no, it's okay, I've got it. Yeah, it's a better size, isn't it?
It is.
Came in like a wet sack. Get me. That's a better fish. Couple of pound maybe.
That's a carp on the move, look.
Where?
So we're right in front of you. To the bear wheel.
Oh yeah. We'll find a few more carp starting to move about. But I'll let this bream go. Well, they're not very lively, are they? They don't do a lot. Well, that's 3 species, and they're getting bigger. Fish by fish. Very good. Well, it would appear BBC got it right. And it's raining. The ducks are alright because they're waterproof, but I'm not, so I've got the old brolly up. I've put a ledger on now about 10 metres out because apparently the bailiff says it drops off a bit deeper there, with a worm on. Had a couple of little knocks but nothing specific. I'm hoping I might get a tench or a bream using it on the bottom. We'll have to wait and see. Well, the rain stopped, and this looks like it could be the calm before the storm that they said was coming. Everything's gone very, very eerie and quiet. There's a lad up there fishing out towards that island. I think he's fishing with pellet with a float. He's just had a carp about 3.5 pound. But Craig and I aren't having much luck at the minute. And this is why you can't put bread in the water here. Because these 10 ducklings and mummy duck, eat it all. So I'm now fishing the big pellet waggler right out by that little island out there where the carp are. Casting a long, long way, getting loads of bites off little rudd and things, but haven't attracted a carp just yet. And it's tipping down, because it's Tuesday afternoon. I've got a carp on, people. Where's it? It's gone under the... It's gone under the island. Gone under the island. No, it's not. Or is it? Horn? Nah, he's well under. I'll lose a lot here. It's trouble for it round line, you can't stop it. Yeah, solid. That's just the stretch of the line and the wind, I think. Told you I'd get a bite there, didn't I? Yeah. No, it's not. Just the wind. Stuck solid. There's only one way to get it out. Lost the lot. Lost the lot. Well, that was a bit annoying. I hooked a nice carp there and it ran under the island. These islands are man-made islands that are floating on a wooden sort of plinth thing. And unfortunately it took me under and got me snagged up and I lost everything. So plenty carp on the surface, we can see them floating about, but like trying to hook them is a different thing. Keep trying though. Got something on the worm. Looks like a nice rhodor. It's quite a nice quite a nice roach. Yes, one. Yeah, that's a lovely roach. Taking it well in, haven't you, son? Nice big fat juicy worm. That's nice. Lovely roach. Well, it's another species. Definitely a better fish this time. It's taking line. Feels very carpish. Could be a carp or could be a tench. It's not a bream, that's for sure. I'd love it to be a tench. 1986 was the last tench I caught. Come on. Still haven't seen it. What is this? Oh, bloody hell. It's a getting massive eel. Aye, I mean a proper big eel as well. I'm not putting that in my land net, I know that. Oh, it's a real big eel. Thought it was fighting funny. Come here, you. Biggest eel I've caught for a while, that. Horrible, slimy, bloody horrible thing. There, it's off. Snapped me line anyway. Thank God for that. Well, that was another species. I wasn't going to put that in my land net. Horrible, slimy thing.
How's it gone, is it?
I snapped the line off it, yeah. Craig's been stalking a carp right in front of him, and he's got it on. Didn't let it under the lilies.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, that's a good rod. Whose rod's that?
It's not my rod.
That's my carp rod. No, stop whining because it's just taking drag.
And I'll loosen it up a little bit. Look at
Oh, no, it's nice coming. Lovely.
If it stays on. Oh, I'm glad I'm getting it. Well, at
Yeah.
least I've hooked it.
On bread?
Yeah. Shall I tighten the drag a bit or shall I go?
No,
Put it
just,
in 4
just,
pounds? That's a nice
you're alright.
fish,
Yeah, it's a nice fish. Just keep it, keep a
leave it
tight
there.
line on it. Just keep it out the lilies. Keep putting side strain on it. That's where it wants to go.
Put the rod further down, right? Sorry. Oh.
No, it's alright where it is. Just keep the pressure on it, it'll tie you. Stop whining when the drag's going, it's pointless whining.
The drag's not going.
You might
no,
need
it
to
needs come up a
tighten the
little
drag up just a little bit. Couple of clicks. On floating bread?
No, it's just about less than 6 inches under.
Oh, under the
possibly.
surface, yeah. Oh, that's a nice fish.
But it was just right, like you see, I'd seen it.
Yeah.
So I thought I might as well just put a bit on. Try my luck.
He's tiring. Slowly but surely.
That's a nice fish.
Yeah, it's a nice fish.
About 4 pound.
3-4 pound, aye. Tighten, drag another couple of clicks just to,
I don't want to be too.
because when you, it's just when you're turning the handle, you're not getting anywhere. Looks a bit ghosty actually. I'll sink the net. No, keep them. Put plenty side pressure on them. I'll sink the net right down. Oh, nearly. He saw the net, didn't he? So you can get him some way over the net. Yes, it's in the net.
Hurrah! We caught a carp.
We did. I lost one, you caught one. It's a beautiful, beautiful fish.
Oh, that is nice, isn't it?
Beautiful scales. Now, have you got your?
Yeah, we landed in
Thingy
that. You got hold of it. It's just
Yeah.
in that bag, actually.
Yeah, I've got the net.
You got
All right. Gorgeous Gorgeous common, that, in beautiful condition as well. Big tail on her. Goes to show. Caught under the bung, of all things. You can't believe it, can you? On my rod.
That's how deep I wasn't.
6 inches deep under a bung, because he lost his float before we came unprepared. Gorgeous condition, mine.
Sure, does it need a weigh, you reckon?
No, I don't think so. Probably about 4.5, 5, something like that.
We'll try and get a
Bonny fish. And a photo.
Yeah.
That was very nice. And there he goes. Lovely. You weren't supposed to catch one.
I wasn't, but we have.
Bah.
We've had one.
Bah. I had an eel though. Oh well, at least he caught a nice carp. That was good. Good for the video. See if I can catch one now in the last quarter of an hour. I think, have I? Yes, I've got a fish on as well. Absolute monster, look. Ah, a little perch. Not quite as big as your carp. And he's a greedy. Probably another little perch. Is it? No, it's another rudd. Another rudd. A greedy little rudd. Stay still, stay still, stay still while I get this hook out. Because you've got it well in there, haven't you? That's it. A bonny little rudd. Beautiful. Well, it's 10 to 7 now. We're staying about another 10 minutes. It's been a bit of a learning curve today. I've learnt a lot about this lake. I've learnt that if you fish very close to these lilies on the bottom, you get perch. I've learnt that if you fish right out by that island out there, you get rudd and carp, which unfortunately took us underneath and snapped us off. And if you fish about 3 or 4 rod lengths out, about 5 foot deep with worm, you get all kinds. So I've had 3 perch, 2 rudd, a bream, a decent roach, and a big eel. And Craig's had a couple of roach, and I think he's had 3 or 4 roach actually, and that carp. So interesting. Craig had to put a bung on because he managed to lose both the floats that he had. So ironically enough, being a fly fisherman, he put a bung on and caught a carp under the bung at his feet. That wasn't supposed to happen, but never mind. But anyway, if nothing else happens in the next 10 minutes, that's us done. It's a lovely night now after all that rain and everything, very calm and serene. Those 11 ducks have done my head in, as has the moorhen with a couple of little babies which keeps coming out from under the weeds here. But thanks for watching, I hope you've enjoyed it. I think I'll come back here in a couple of weeks and be armed with some heavier wagglers that I can reach that island with. Because the only one I had that was big enough, I lost with that carp. So please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.